everybody, we're prepping up for brew day. It's about 10:30 right now. We're starting up at noon. Got the grains in the orange bucket there. Now you can't see them. Set up a hoist system for the grain bag. The lid's in there now, just checking the height and all that good stuff. The adjuncts, the 2 pounds 4 ounces, 2 pounds 4 ounces of flaked oats and a pound of flaked barley are going to go in as well. Water was sitting out all night, get rid of the chlorine. I didn't get to the carbon filter I wanted to build this weekend, but that's okay. That'll do the job. It's got Camden in it as well. But let's mill some grains and wait on everybody to get here.
I just got back there and that bogey though. I'll tell you about this. That's that my buddy I'm looking at right now.
1 ounce Centennial, 25-minute mark. I wanted to do a quick recap of the brew day. It's actually brewed 2 days ago. It's Tuesday now, brewed on Sunday. Pretty good brew day overall. Had a couple of issues. I'll get to that in a second. First, got the beer camp box here. This is the Sierra Nevada Treehouse collaboration. This might get a little foamy. I've been letting it warm a little. I actually haven't even tried this yet. I opened the can to let Tara try a little bit of it, but I haven't had a sip myself yet. Yeah, she's foamy. So we'll come back to it here in just a minute. Some notes about the brew day here. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, mostly good brew day. We did have a stuck sparge. Pretty sure I milled the grains too fine. I've been trying to get that grain mill dialed in since I reset it. I'll back it off a little more next time, see what happens. I ended up a half-gallon short on the batch. For a 5-gallon batch, I do 5.5 gallons to account for, trub and things in the fermenter, just various losses throughout the process. Not sure why I lost a half-gallon. I haven't really looked deeply into the notes yet to try to figure that out. Just haven't had a chance to do that. We'll get it figured out though. The OG was supposed to be 1070, ended up at 1073, which makes you think maybe my boil off rate was too high, but I don't know if it counts for a full half gallon. Like I said, we'll figure it out. Got a little more than 48 hours have passed since we pitched yeast, and it's fermenting pretty well. It's not, there's no krausen yet. I shine, using the bucket, but turn the light off, put a flashlight up against it, and you can see the krausen through those buckets. And there's, maybe an eighth of an inch little dark line around the top. So it really hasn't taken off yet. Hopefully that thing doesn't go too bad and cause problems, even though it does have a blow off. I've had them blow up even with a blow off tube before. What else? Oh, so far, first 2 days, it's holding at a solid 64 to 65 degrees. So, that's ideal for this beer. That's where I like to see it. I still have 1 ounce of Centennial and 3 ounces of Amarillo to go in the dry hop with 5 days left. And so as soon as I finish fermentation, choose a bottling date, 5 days ahead of that, I'll dry hop. Because I'm a half gallon short, I'm really concerned with the absorption rate of the dry hop. So I've asked around on the internet a little bit, and nobody's telling me it's a bad idea. But what I'm thinking is I'm gonna boil some water, let some water sit out overnight, get rid of the chlorine, boil it up to sanitize it, just in case, and when it drops back down to room temperature, hydrate the hops. So just give me a vessel, put the dry hops in it, add some water, let them soak it, add some more until I start cooling just a little bit of water. And when they stop absorbing, I'll go to the fermenter and call it my dry hop. Especially considering I'm a little over on gravity, just a touch. The additional water shouldn't hurt me too much. I believe I'll be okay. So before we close up, let's see what this dude's all about. Not near as much aroma as I expected. Maybe just me. It smells like resin, like 6 Point Brewing's resin light. It's a really good IPA. I don't see the East Coast at all. I mean, it's got Sierra Nevada all over it. Maybe not overly bitter. Like, what is the ABV on this? %. So yeah, I can see that. Definitely not overly bitter for a 7% beer. It doesn't have the juiciness or the body I would expect, or that silky, velvety mouthfeel I would expect with anything Treehouse. I'm not going to go all out beer review, but definitely Sierra Nevada. I'm not seeing the Treehouse at all here. But the video is not about that collaboration. It's about Huntress, and we'll check in again here in a few days. So sorry for the wobbly video. It's front camera, but I just finished dry hopping the Huntress. I wanted to do it Sunday, but just now got a chance to do it. That was 4 ounces total hops, 3 ounces Amarillo, and 3 ounces Centennial. Since the batch was a little short, I mentioned this earlier in the video, I rehydrated the hops. And to do that, what I did was dechlorinated the water, brought it up to a boil, and then cooled it down to about 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and
slowly, I made a lot more water than I needed, and got a measuring cup and just kind of kept track of how much I was adding. The 4 ounces of hops took 2 cups of water, so a pint of water before they started to pool up just a little bit. They could have probably taken a little more with some more time, but I didn't want to push it because I'd never done that before and really never heard of anyone doing that. I did ask around online, and nobody could tell me any reason it would be a bad idea. But I guess we'll find out, because bottling day is a week from today. It's going to be 5 days of dry hop at 74 degrees. Done a lot of research on the dry hop temperature, and it seems that a little bit warmer dry hop, after fermentation is done, is really good for extracting flavor and aroma. That's a new one for me as well, so we'll see. So I'll dry hop for 5 days, 74. Then it's going to be a really hard cold crash for 2 days, which will bring me to it's Tuesday right now, so it'll take me to next Tuesday evening, and we'll bottle it up, let it sit for 2 to 3 weeks, and give this latest tweaked version of Huntress a try. We'll check back in here in a couple days.
Okay, so what's up, everyone? Huntress has been in the bottle for a little over 3 weeks. It's been in the fridge, set at 38 degrees for about 3 days now. So let's see what it tastes like. It's a dark matter bottle from Blackstone Brewing out of Nashville. Great black IPA. I don't strip label off my bottles anymore. Too much trouble. It's not the first one of these I've had. A little worried about the carbonation. I was actually afraid I undercarb or overcarb, but it turns out I might have undercarb this dude. But the pour. Pour it directly in, try to get a little head on it. Well, I say that, and I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if you can see that or not. The liquid level that's left is about here. The baby yeast cake in the bottom of the bottle is not really compacting very well so far, but let's see. You can see that. Looks really dark. And I know the way the video works, it's probably looking really dark. This is Centennial and Amarillo are the only two hops in this beer. The Amarillo really covers up the Centennial. It's really all that you get on the nose. A tropical melon type thing. Think about if there was such thing as a tropical cantaloupe, that's what you'd get. Let's see. Nice body. This batch clocked in, it's supposed to be 7.4%. 7.6, I think 7.4. It came in at 8.2, and And alcohol's there a little bit. You can feel it. It don't come through in the aroma, but you can taste the alcohol a little bit. There was a little trouble in fermentation. It kind of spiked on me a couple times. This was pre-fermentation fridge, which is right over there running now, so that's under control. But anyways. It's not thick or velvety like a New England IPA, but it's silky and the word I'm looking for. Silky. Silky's the perfect word for the mouthfeel on it. It's a little heavier than typical IPA. Of course, the amount of flaked oats, a little bit of wheat, and the flaked barley that are in here, they're going to do that. That's what they're supposed to do. You can see how quick that head dissipated. There's some carbonation issues on the beer. I've not really had any carbonation issues before, or lately anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it. We'll just call it a fluke until it happens on, if it happens on another batch here soon, then I'll start looking into the process. For now, I might have mismeasured something, who knows. It's tasty, I like it. I do think I like the original Huntress better. If you recall, if you've seen the other video, this is the 1.1 version. I took the original Huntress recipe of mine and tweaked it. I liked it a lot, but there were some, few little changes I would have liked to see. This is supposed to be my IPA. If I had an IPA that I want to drink all the time, what would it be? That's what I'm trying to create here. And so I made a few little tweaks, and they boosted my gravity too high, so I kind of had to cut down on those. And this is what I ended up with. I think I'm gonna go reset back at the original recipe as far as the grain bill goes, and do the hop profile for this one. That's what I'm thinking for now. I've got 40 something more of these in the fridge over there. I'll make that decision when I'm done with the drinking them. At 8.2, I might be drinking this a little too early. I mean, those, at 8.2, it takes a little time to condition. And I really want to get it down to 6, 8. That would be ideal. But I kind of take away a lot of its character doing that, so. I'm not going to call it a fail, because it's a good beer. It's a failure in the sense that I didn't achieve what I was going for with my changes, but that's okay. Home brewing's experimentation, and now I know got a good recipe. It's not going to be Huntress though. I'll probably take this and tweak it out a little more. This would be killer with a Belgian strain of yeast in it. So that could be happening fairly soon, and just take this, replicate this, throw a nice Belgian strain to it, and aggressive Belgian strain, a lot of big esters, things like that. And kind of take it from there. But Huntress 1.1, it's not going to be Huntress in the long run. Back to the drawing board. Cheers.